Hi guys, welcome to Design with Team X. The whole idea behind this is so you can design, replicate whatever I would do today, and you tag me on Twitter at Team X Design, right? So this tutorial would relate to absolute beginner. If you are a professional, don't judge me too much, right? Right, so we'll be doing the low fee. First for want to create a frame. How you create a frame? You go to the toolbar section, you click on frame. You can either drag, right, from the design area. You can give it a custom width and a custom height, right, or you could just click on frame and choose a preset, a predefined frame, right. And this is the desktop. So we'll be designing, we're creating a design that is responsive, right, as responsive in nature. So there's some decisions we would make that are necessary, really. I think I need to remove my face from that side so you can see all. How do I even do that? Okay. All right. So now let's go back to here. Okay. We're making some decisions. I'll be showing you a couple of tools, right, that you can use to do one or two on your own, right? So let's get started. Have a frame, right? And let's just start putting text. Really, this is lofi, so you always want to name your layers. It makes it easier for you and your development team to navigate. Hero section. I will now do this say lofi, right? Let's get started. We'll say marketing company, marketing solutions. So you want to increase the size to around 16 solutions that help businesses grow, right? So anything, remember, we're not making any font decision here. Everything is just happening, right? So yeah, so of course I did not mention this is text tool. Yeah, if you want to put text, click T, or you just click on the text tool and you type out. You can click on your this thing instead of double clicking and wanting to edit. You can just press T here on spot. Automatically highlight it for you to change, right? So take note of that. So yeah, marketing solution that help businesses grow. Sounds odd. On this one here on the next line. Help your business grow. Or marketing to be on its own. And business to be on its own. I don't know. So okay, I'll tell you this. When working on a landing page or something similar to this nature, right? You do not want to always use lorem ipsum because it clearly means that you do not completely understand what the project is all about. So try to use text. At least it gives teaser to whoever is writing the actual content if you are not. So what should be where it should be. You get the gist. Anyway, so click here. I reduce my font size. I want to do this lorem ipsum thing. So I press Ctrl slash, gives me this more like a finder kind of thing. Then I can just type search my blogging. There's so many ways you can do this. You can come here and say blogging and find your blogging. Really, so many ways. But I choose to do mine like this. But I'll do 3 sessions. Okay, 3 sentences. Then I would drag my text frame. This is something you would practice. So I want, before this video finishes, I want to see this stuff. I'm not using any crazy stuff, so you can always get it right. So this is good, yeah. So we're not making any major font decision because this is low fee. We can just, do between in here. All right, so we'd have our logo here. It's a marketing company, so let's think of something. So I would use Alt and drag to duplicate, or you could do Control D and drag it, or you could do Control C and Control V and you copy. So many ways, just whichever is more convenient for you, you do it. Okay, there are actually differences. Difference between where Control D makes sense to use is when you want to duplicate something in the same reading. Like, so for example, I want to say like this, and I want to duplicate it in the same reading. See what I did? I use my Alt to bring it here, and I keep on Control D. It keeps on duplicating in the same reading, the same spacing, maintains the same spacing. So that's something you want to know, right? So don't worry, I got you. I got you. Let me confirm if it's recording. Okay, it's recording. All right, I got you. So we'll have this Alt again and drag. We'll have home, right? We'll have about. We'll have services. You see, I'm just everywhere, right? There's no like precision to this thing, like navigation or setting. All right, and we have contact us, right? Okay, so I'm tempted to use auto layout like this. See what I did? I highlighted it. Okay, I highlighted it. You can right click and say add auto layout, or you can just say Shift A, right? Now the beauty of this, I'll tell you what auto layout is in a couple of seconds, right? Now I'll explain it to like 30 seconds. Now what you need to know auto layout is okay, auto layout is automatic layout. Of course, it makes things more automatic, right? How it is that it makes things really flexible as much as it can. How it is that it creates consistency for your elements. So what do I mean? See, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, your spacing, equal spacing across. You can align to top, center, top right, top middle, right, center, and so on and so forth. You will not really see this because this is not like the best application of all of this. You get to experience this more when you hopefully will come across it, so you know what I'm really talking about. So you can give it padding, you can give it padding top and bottom, you can even break it, you can give padding left different, padding top different, and so on and so forth. So trust me, auto layout is pretty exciting and something you should look into. I would recommend you look into, right? So let's just do 40 as our spacing. Maybe that's too small. Let's do 48. We want to reduce the size to around 20. Don't worry, this is low fee, so don't kill me. Don't kill me. This is low fee, people. I can imagine you're already judging me and be like, what's this one even doing safe? Yeah, sure, you will see the end result now. Don't worry yourself. Services, right? They are call to action. Every hero, it's not always important, right? But it is okay. I would not say it is recommended, but it's okay when you have call to action to your hero. It's easier for users to just help user make decision whether to contact you or not. And okay, and I always like to make my hero text or button text capital letter to scream out the services. Okay, keep getting this. I don't know. It just does this thing to it. Okay, so right, we have two buttons. We have this one lighter shade, which contact. Right, next time center it, so you just type in center. Right, you don't have to realign it anymore. But yeah, I think you get the gist. And now the concept is that we'll have something like this, social media company. we can open my killer step. Then come here like this, duplicate, right? Okay. I think I was too fast there. I use my rectangle to click on my rectangle to I drag it like this. Drag it. Do I want it? I duplicated it. I adjusted it. Right? I made this 24. You see how I did that thing, right? I get to see the size, the spacing. I hold my Alt key and I hover on the next element, the relative element. Provided they are in the same frame, you get the gist. You see the measurement. You see this 545. See this 174. So you won't think it will go as fast, right? Okay. Anyway, you get the gist. Now duplicate this. There's something I'll do here. See that I did Shift V. It flipped it for me. You can right click and say flip vertically. Get the gist. Anyway, so this is this. This is this. This is this. We are. Yeah. Basically. This is basically right. So now take a look at this. I'll duplicate this. Let's do a hyphen. This is where we'll now start making font decisions and so on and so forth. Let's go for Roboto Serif, and I'll tell you why. This is a marketing company. You want to be playful in a way. I'll use Roboto here, normal Roboto, or make it more of like medium. I'll do regular. I'll make this guy here. I think 20 is kind of like perfect. We don't really want to strain the user eyes. As a principle, you do not want to. Principle of what's the word? Doesn't have anything to do with contrast. Yeah, contrast in a way. You can strike contrast with size and color, right? Another thing, the reason this text is smaller and this text is bigger is principle of hierarchy. Things has to be in order, precedence, right? So basically, that's what it is. I can click on this too and do auto layout too. Keeps it consistent. I can easily say, okay, leave this 24 for me, right? So when designing a project, always make sure you have a color guide. But the thing is that we do not really have any color guiding us here. So I have a color in mind. I'll show you a tool that I would recommend, right? I do not always use that tool. Sometimes I just use my head and I figure out my color here because I kind of like understand the whole theory behind color. So I know how color works. I know how to find my color. I know how to make use of saturation, add saturation to color when I need to. I know the kind of color to use and what it's saying, right? You get the gist now. You understand what tint is, right? It's adding of white to your color. You understand what shade is, it's adding of black to your color, right? So we'll explore that in a few. Okay, so basically I think that's that. Now this shape thing, but I also put images here. So how do we really do it? And before I start with that, let's tackle something that is really crucial. And I'll take you to somewhere that will help you understand this concept better. And that's our grid. This grid has to be right. It makes your design consistent, right? I think my grid is like already even perfect in a way. Visually it's looking perfect, but it's not. Let's explore that. So I click on my plus here, add a layer grid, right? So I click on this dot here, opens up this for me, and I do not want normal grid, I want column grid, right? So column grid, this column grid, and I make my count 12 because we are designing for, sorry, I need to undo that, because we are designing for desktop. For mobile, you make it 4, right? For tab, you might want to explore, you might explore 6, but you get it just very soon. Now I want my margin to be 144. I want my gutter to be 24. And the reason we are doing this, right, it's clear, it's logical. Now see this, let me take you to this site. There's this site called gridcalculator.dk. Right, I know what you're thinking, dk. Okay, so okay, now you see the page here, you can set your page artboard size, frame size, right? And you say okay, on 12, right? Then okay, let's say got at 24, and let's say margin with 144. You see the thing gave me green light, good to go. And the reason this is because you want your grid, you want your design to be responsive as possible, and all of those things are calculated by pixel, and your pixel has to be even in a way, right? That's when your device is becoming shrinking, it's expanding, it can adapt in a way, right? So this stuff really helps you to figure out that grid that really works, right? So if you want to increase your margin, if you want to work on a more on a design with more negative space on the margin area, you could just increase this to however you want it. When you get to really where you want, you can now slow down, and when it checks green for you, means you are good to go. So if we divide this stuff by I think 2 and 4 and 8, it would be consistent across. That's a guess. But yeah, these guys help you. They give you like the perfect grid to make your design as responsible as possible. Now back to the matter, right? So we have our grid now. So we start to align. Remember, we're working on hi-fi. Start to align it. Start to align our logo. We want this logo spacing there to be like 8, maybe even 16. So who knows? So this guy here now wants it to be let's do 6, let's do 16. It's too even bold. So waiting, can you hear it? And it's not even roboto. Now I'll explain something to you. I think I did not like do it. I did not do justice to that. Now you see the reason we use this font. Now this is sans serif. Oh, sorry. Damn, that's not. This is a serif font, and this is a sans serif font. And the word sans means without. Without what? Without all of this cliff. Is it cliff? Let's call it cliff. Is it? Nah. Without all of these legs and ears and where's my G? And ears and anyway, all of these legs and yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I've forgotten the anatomy to typography, but you get the gist real soon. So now the idea is fonts like this, serif fonts like this, they normally strike different feeling compared to a sans serif font. So serif font is always perceived as friendly, and sans serif font is more perceived as formal. I think it's the other way around though. Nah, a serif font is friendly and a sans serif font is formal. That one I'm certain. If I'm wrong, correct me, man. But yeah, so it does a lot. And you always want to, you could combine or you could use sans serif straight up. But using serif, you could combine or use sans serif straight up. But using serif straight up is not always a good thing, because sans serif font, that's this font, always works well when it's being used for a display text. I mean like heading text and so on. If you put it here, it starts to look, it becomes difficult to read in a way, and that's not really good for us. So because you want legibility, you want it to be legible enough. Now here in the other hand, these are concept. I hit these edges here. I'll make the spacing 24 aside here and up 24 too. I want this guy here to be perfect square. Okay. What am I even doing? Okay, so let's do this. Let's try something here. increase this height a little bit. So now I want this guy here to be the same as this guy here, the same kidney, right? Then bring this guy to still 24. Okay, 24. I will now increase this to like what? The point where it's perfect, right? I think 120. Let's do it 120. So delete this guy here. We increase this guy's length. We'll decrease this guy's length here. Still align with this guy now. Get the gist. Okay, so we'll do that same to make the spacing 24. We'll do the same flip. Right. See here. See how border radius, we can make it independent by clicking here. I'll make this guy here 0. That's how it works. Nope. So I'll make this guy here 0. Not that side here. Okay. Here too. I'll make it 0. Nope, not that side here. It's a social media concept now. So they like charts kind of element. I'm just saying, that's why we used it here, but you get the gist. Marketing company and all to be digital. So like in a way, not the best, it can be better. I'm being paid for it. Here. So now I'll color. So I'll take it to another site. This site here. Now this site is called colors. It's colors, yeah. Colors.co. Color speaker.co. Now what this helped me do is it helps me create variations of my color. This is the base color, of course. It is here, it's established here, and it gives you different shade and different things. As I said earlier, shade is your adding black, right? And controlling your tint makes the work more dynamic, right? Tint, in the other hand, is you adding white. So still go and study your color theory course. Finish that course. Don't stop halfway. I'm screaming your name, Abby. Okay, I'm gonna finish it. Now let's do this thing, right? So let's just open this box here and paste the hexadecimal code here. That's the base, remember. So we get a color that's not too dark. So we're doing darker. You know what? We could do a dark mode, so you see what I'm talking about. Do darker. Then we could do. So I would always advise that you create a design system for your project. So having a color guide, a typography system, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So, but in this case, we're just like, it's more of me just showing you one or two, right? So do lighter too. So this is how I would even style it. This is how I would style my project. I'm not capping. I'm not even capping. Telling you what I would do. Period. Telling you what I would do, right? So now I would want to make this marketing blue. Don't know why, but let's do that. Then I would want to make this guy here. I want to make it blue. Not as much. That's not even our problem right now. I think contactors should be our problem, because contactors is important. Okay, so I want to do something, right? Let me show you something. I deleted that one because I want to make this guy a component. Now, if I start, I would increase this stuff by 2 pixels. Height, I want to increase it by 2 pixels for a reason. You see, +2. Then I would align it. Still my line too. If I hold my Alt key now, you see that they're both 24. But the thing is that this thing is not even Roboto. It's Inter. It's still 24 because the line height is consistent, right? So when, like for example, now look at this guy here. I normally would do plus. I'm just everywhere, so just follow up, right? I normally would do plus. 20 plus 8. 8 being my grid. I feel like I use grid to scale my text. It's like, that's weird. It works. It always works for me. Until it doesn't. I'll do here 64 plus 8. Right? 72. That works. Okay. So yeah, that's that. Just take note of that. And back to our text here. So we have 24 up and down, right? So I can now say create component. Right. I'm not sure if I want to make this to this area and then make this one to here. So they take 2 boxes. Gets to like look weird. Should we play it? Let's see how it looks like visually. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, this is like the low fee, then this is the high fee. So-called high fee. Right? This I don't like the way this stuff is just popping like that. Marketing solution. That's your business. It's now done on me. I foresee at help business. At help businesses grow. Okay. I was like, what am I even reading there? Okay. Business, that's only a word. I help business grow. I think let's use business. Let's add the businesses. It keeps this guy from, I don't want this. Okay. I'm guilty. So let's delete this guy here. Now make this. So is it visually appealing? Okay, it is. It could work. So once we kill, there's a space in here. Let's take it away. Alright, so highlight, make it like we can add auto layouts, and the reason for auto layouts is to keep the padding. You can say it like that, right? And then after auto layouts, you can actually frame your auto layouts. Come and bust my head. Like you bust my head. Don't be say you bust my head. So so we can take this outside, right? And always name your layer. You get why? It makes life easy for you and your development team. Right, so we could do button, then make it primary. So now we already have, am I even typing? Okay, we come here now, we'll see it on the asset panel. We can drag it from here, or we could drag the actual asset here. An instance would drop. This is an instance. What that means is that if I touch the master to affect the instance until I override the instance. Simple logic. Now, no matter how I try to scale this, it will not move, except I move this text now. Now you see the text now would move or would change because I'm not over reading. Is that I'm about to go, but because I've not override it yet. But yeah. Now let's duplicate this, yeah. Now it's taking too much time. Right. So we can make this lighter. Yeah. Or we can make the text inside it. We can make it this. Life is not that hard. Life is not that hard. Right? And this is supposed to be contact us. Make sure you center it. Let's tell guys to center it. So we could center from the master here. So to affect here. We could now do contact us here. That. If it's there, you can always adjust. Now you see, if I'm adjusting it and it's not moving to the center, why is that? Because this guy here, for start, is not here. So when it's in the center, I move this, it moves. That's the beauty of auto layout. You get to see? So layout is beautiful. Now, this guy here, of course, we'll make it blue now. Okay, now let's bring in our pictures. Where did I even put these pictures? Where did I put those pictures? So I'll do, I have to be careful with the kind of folder I open now, so you do not course, short tutorial, yeah, image. I need this. See, I dump them here. They'll come in really, okay, this guy came in really large. I'll scale it down. I'll show you what we're up to real soon. Now to these pictures, I bring them here. You want to represent now the whole concept when working on pictures, yeah. Also, I would make sure that, okay, let me explain. When working on, when using picture, make sure you want to be diverse as possible. And the reason we are using this guy, a kid, we're using an adult that is black. Okay, I want me to update. We're using a white, we're using a black. It's diversity, really. You want to be able to relate to any nature of clients. So let's do this here. Marks. So make sure your image is at the top of the whatever, and you do this and you scale it to how you want it. Now let's continue. Then this guy here, want him, apparently I want him to here. We already have a guy there. Agenda. It's even it's mundane that I'm having to think about it like that. Yeah, but it still works. Really, that's how life is. But it's just an assumption. You can always test the whole thing and know how people feel about it. Me, it's not just enough data. My opinion is not enough data to make for sure decision. That's the thing. That's why research should not be underestimated, right? Okay, so now this is it. So me scale this down, take it here at the top, use marks, bring it up, boom. Exactly my point. Now you're following, you get the gist. Now I'll upload these pictures on a drive, so I'll put the picture link below, so you just can use the picture if you wish to replicate the exact same thing, right? I think some group are outside my layer. How do I know? Because on the preview I'm only seeing 2, and you cannot see anything on your preview when it's outside, so I can just highlight all of them, cut and paste. I can as well just even frame them, right? Or even make it an auto layout, but it's spoil. Let's try. Talk. So for auto layout to work, you could do auto layout these 2, you could auto layout these 2, and you could auto layout these 2. That's the beauty of auto layout. You can auto layout. My god, concept images, right? So yeah, this 2 now you can even also auto layout it. Like everything is auto layoutable. This 2 now, you remember we auto layout this guy, you can auto layout this 2. It's the auto layout for me. Was 8, so we could even leave it at 56. I don't want it too much distance. So yeah, in a way this kind of like works. So another thing that will make the navigation really interesting is bringing a button there. And the reason you want to bring a button to the navigation is so at any point in time you can always see a let's talk, right? You make it sticky. That's an idea. That's a way to look at it. And you need border radius. Remember, we are striking a friendly feeling. If there's no even border radius there, so it will not completely align with the image direction. Let's do 40. Completely rounded. How does it look now? Feel somehow. Eesh. 16. Now this kind of like feels good in a way. Let's make this one 16 and see how it turns out. Right, this is good. And now, you know what I am tempted to do. I'm actually tempted to want to kill this side. Actually, like, okay, get the gist. Okay, I can make this thing that I want to scale the inner text. It's how you can do it. You enter. If you want to enter your child, okay, this is a pro tip. If you want to enter your proud, I say you're proud. See, a lot of people have been calling me proud. You see, now if you want to enter your child element, you click on enter, right, and you enter there. So the idea is we want to make this stuff scalable. You make it fixed container, fill container. Sorry, it means that if you should scale, should follow. But remember, we auto layout, so we have to enter twice, right? Enter twice. Now you see this guy, fill container, right? It means that, see, exactly my point. So the image is now looking awkward for some unknown reason. I'm not ready to think about that with you. On your own. Try give me my design. But yeah, okay. So I think that's that. Make sure you're aligned. You can add any other thing you want to add around. I think simple works all the time. You could do what self light background. I like to explore things. So now let me even bust your head. I will not really even say this is busting your head, but it has everything to do with head busting. Take it back. See this? Increase opacity, right? When you increase the opacity, remember this is no longer white, right? So we want to do something like marketing. Rectangle is a color you want to use for marketing. Sorry, triangle. Why? Because it's triangle. It looks like it's sending. Shagan, I should rest. It can mean anything. I can just say effect and say layer blur and increase the size of the blur, and increase it so much. Just play around, bro. It's the play around for me. I might want to send signal from down, like I might want to just send that signal. See, it's the signal for me. Shift. Does not have to be or they should get the gist. I always like to view my design on this frame here. I don't know why, which is like inappropriate, but it all works for me. Okay, not for me, but I see you. Okay, Surface Pro. Yes. So yes, let's do the responsive design. Is not that difficult, so I'll leave you to figure that out. I'll give you a start. I would always use 11 Pro Max. Right. I will do layout grade. Now remember, this time we are using 4. We're using matching 24. We're using gutter 16. Right. Then I will just take this text simply here, scale down to 32, 40, or 48. 40 it is. Nope, 36 it is. 36 plus 8. It works. I tell you, this works like magic. You do 14 plus 8. Boom, it works. Oh, 14. Why doing 14? 14 plus 8. It works. Scale down like this. button for me. So this button should be able to be responsive now. So you have to just enter it twice and do your thing. So this button is supposed to be white. My bad. So you have to pay attention to details. Contrast. That's me violating contrast principle. And when you are for the sake of hierarchy and contrast, right? So of course contrast, you can strike contrast with color and size, and you can strike, what do they call it, hierarchy with size and position of elements, right? I think even with color, yes, you can. So the concept of a hierarchy is orderliness. The reason this text is big and this text is small, it's a hierarchy. Precedence, which is more important, priority. And always make sure that your secondary text is not completely black, that it's not competing with your primary text. You get why? It's called hierarchy. It's contrast at work. So yes, you make this guy here, you're aligning with the margin. This guy here, you can do 16. See that I'm just slashing everything, Abby. Here you can just still use 16 here, and it works. Basically, it does work. And these are pictures. How did they come, Abby? I don't know. You're on your own. Figure it out. So you can use icon, like create icon, to come up with this menu thing. All right. And the logo for me. Well, okay, that's you get the gist. Then we'll move on to this. Yeah. In this also. I really want to speak so much on this, but I think I'm doing more courses. I'll be releasing more short videos to explain this stuff more in details. I'm more focused. Right now, I just getting this hero pitch done. Now, another thing you want to do here is give it the size, dark color. That's like what we want to turn this frame to now. Dark color. It's actually irrelevant that we actually added this stuff here. We could as well just. I was hoping to do something with that, but since it can work now, let's take it away. Let's make the frame itself that color. Right, so now this is it for me. Oh, is the glowing for me? Okay, now we'll just make it white, and we'll make it still gray but white. That's why you need. I always would declare color for my grid. I'll declare color for my grays. Yes, I say grid. Which kind of like that's like having a system, right? Different. Okay, I think you get the gist. So the color for me, everything else works, and boom, we have this. From here to here, right? So basically, just gonna watch the video and be happy. And again, like and subscribe. Share, possibly.